Welcome at Friendly Solutions and hope you all are doing great. Today I have a very special guest and I know you people will enjoy the interaction. So we have Pratishta Shyam, who is a corporate trainer, communication skills expert, and Tedx Imarticus Panelist. So it's very interesting and she is running her own business. So over to you, Pratiksha. Just tell you about your business, what you do, and basically just let us know, enlighten us with the mission, vision, and purpose. Over to you.
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Debasmita. It's a honor to be a guest at your interview and to get an opportunity to express my views. Uh, Very few in this world would see this recognition and experience this. So I'm really fortunate. Thank you so much. All gratitude to you. Uh, to begin with, Debasmita, it's a long journey. I have been into human training, I'll call it human training, for almost 2 decades now. So I started my journey when I myself was not confident. So, but I got very good mentors who helped me to find my mission. And today, when I experience that, I feel a great sense of satisfaction. It is not that only money will give you happiness and satisfaction, but when you see that the students give you that smile, that yes, I understood. Thank you for being there. Thank you for explaining it the way I wanted. So these expressions just make my day. I count that as my bank balance. And in that terms, I can say I'm a millionaire or rather a billionaire, because no matter what you earn, no matter where you stand, end of the day, when you sleep, the feeling that you have is important. And to build a world wherein people would be empathetic is my mission. And that is what I always do. In whatever training it is, I teach them only one principle: to empathize, over sympathize.
Say, yeah, really beautiful to listen to this. Empathize instead of sympathize. So, sympathy and empathy, I guess people should be aware about these two terms because many people are so much sympathetic that they forget the word empathetic, or sometimes in certain level they were becoming so much sympathetic that empathize, empathize the word lost. And while I'm just listening to you, Pratiksha, means Pratishtha, sorry, I am getting so much engrossed with your words and so much learning because I personally met with you in several events. Even first, we spoke with each other also. Pratishta has a lots and lots of knowledge to share. Very valuable because whenever I'm speaking, I'm learning new things from you. A lot of communication was there. So,
Thank
some, yeah, yeah. Now, my pleasure. Now, I'm just going to ask you some questions so that the viewers who are just watching now and would be going to see this as a video can get lots and lots of values as the way I am getting. So how do you tell her because you are a soft skills trainer, right? So how do you tell her your soft skills training to meet the unique needs of diverse audience? Yes.
Be it one-on-one or be it diverse audience, be it a batch of 20 or a batch of 5, I have handled all of them. And to be very frank, even a single child comes up as a challenge. Forget about a batch of 20 or 20 plus. So when you are handling them, they look to you personally, but you cannot look to them personally because you have to cover the syllabus, you have to maintain the equality, you have to maintain the balance. Now, every person who is a part of a training has different needs. If I say, let us learn more about time management, or today, let us learn about time management, my word time management has n number of meanings. It goes very subjective when it comes to each person, each individual attending the training. So for me, when I am an attendee, time management is different. My purpose is different. My focus is different. And same goes with the entire batch when I'm dealing with them. So a person who knows the value of time, for him, time management is different. For a person who has been wasting time, still making money, wasting time, still being successful, wasting time, still doing something that is a dream of many, for him, time management is different. And for people like them, we term them as born with a silver spoon. But not everybody is. And we feel today, when we are walking around in a field of, or in a world where social media is the biggest deal, people are getting depressed, not because they don't have time or they cannot manage time. People are getting depressed by looking at people who are doing so much. They do not understand that you have the capability, but you're not utilizing it. You are wasting time in looking at other stories, whereas you're not creating one of yours. So I consider that, and then I try to reach out to every person I can and tell them that it is okay to be what you are, but it will not be okay to what you would be tomorrow. So we are not working for today. Let us work for our tomorrows and better tomorrows. Tomorrow is obvious. Either you are alive or you are dead. But then tomorrow is obvious. I hope I've answered the question, Debasmita.
Yes, exactly, because it is getting a great insight. Why? Because when we think of tomorrow or today, okay, each day is a new learning for us. As we all are a lifelong learner. Whatever I have understood from your perspective, that live for tomorrow, but be a best version from today itself. If you are taking a small steps, goals, okay, if you have a very good big goal, and if you're just taking a small step from today. If you remember, we have a discussion on tiny habits, right? Means atomic habits.
Correct.
What is that called about? 0.1, 0.1. If you're taking an action, then after 365 days, means 367, you can say approximately what you are transforming yourself into. So
Correct.
yeah, so now in your perspective also, the people, the way you are motivating, the way you are explaining, that is called, you are giving the light, enlightening them with your knowledge. Please come forward, don't fear, because sometimes people feel like, okay, this person is doing, let that person do, and I will take my decision later on. Why later on? Why not now? Take at least 0.1% if you want to change yourself. That is your choice. Because these are the words which we have learned in NLP, right? Neuro linguistic language. When we are talking about this, that is your choice. That is what version you want to become. If you want to be into that same zone, you are welcome to that. But if you want to be a best version of yourself, want to see yourself the transformation, that is your choice.
Correct.
So yes, so I have understood from this perspective, that is when we are talking about the how their needs, means from your concept, that you have to think, not you have to, in this case, when we say you have to, that is, you know what you need, right?
Correct.
You should know what you want.
Correct.
If you are just doing it, it is for your benefit. That is your choice, what you want.
Correct. Absolutely.
All right. So going to the next question, can you share a time when you successfully transform a training communication or team communication dynamics through your trainings?
Okay. So this was while I was working for a travel company, and the sales team there, they have to make 120 calls every day, right? Now every day is not the same day. So maybe today I have already been through a lot, but then at the desk when I reach my office, I have to forget everything. Is that easy? It is not. So for such a person who's already going through a lot of mishaps or a lot of happenings that are not so very good, he needs some solace. He cannot find that because he has to work. He has to work, he has to make the calls, he has to attend the calls. Now, when you are making up a call, the person on the other end might be going through the same. And he never expected that he would get a call from the travel agency. Maybe he's struggling to get a leave and you are calling him up and explaining him about a vacation. He would be like, I'm not getting a leave for a genuine reason. Forget about vacation. How am I going to manage that? He'll bang down the phone. It is his story. His story is different from the story of the caller. Now, there I came into existence and I told them, see, when you call them, it is a person A who is calling, and A is not you. If you go out of the office and you meet the same person who banged down the phone, he might be needing help. He might come up to you. He might smile at you. He might exchange greetings because he doesn't know that he has banged down the phone on you. Somewhere or the other, your identity is not the identity that he is aware of. So you need to understand that a person sitting on a desk is not you. It is the employee of that particular company. You're working for that brand, and that is not you. So let that comment, let that negativity, let that banging of the phone reach only to the screen and not to your heart. And that is where you will not be hurt, or you'll come back again with the same energy for the next call. But if you are moved down by the same call, and if you're thinking the person talking to me is talking to Prats, you'll not be able to come out of it, and the second call would be disturbed, third would be disturbed, and it would again be a very bad day for you. So we need to decide our boundaries, set our boundaries, be it a sales call, be it a pitch, be it a training session, be it anything. Once you know how to set the boundaries, it is sorted. So that is where I found them satisfied, and they felt, yes, हमने ये तो कभी सोचा नहीं था कि हम वो नहीं है, हम तो कोई और है. When we call, we say that this is this person from this particular company. We don't tell our names. So they understood that when I told them. So that was one of the very wonderful moments of my training sessions, wherein I could see that spark that, yes, this is what we were searching for.
Exactly. So it is really amazing. This is what the you can see yourself also as a your body language also changes when you are in a different zone, right? And when you are just having a happy conversation, right? In this case, when we converse also, in this case, the banging, okay, just what we feel that somebody banged your call or something, which you spoke about, when the people definitely feel bad for it. But be empathetic, handle this with ease. Whatever what I am now extracting from Pratishta's words also, it is very important for me as well. Because sometimes we are all working, and even in this case, if we are getting that spam call, also sometimes we bang on. That is also our mistake, but we should be empathetic. We should understand that they are also doing for their own survival. But yeah, we should be empathetic. We should give time. But the problem is every call comes in every whenever we are in a meeting or taking interviews or doing something important, because we generally give time for our own growth also.
Correct.
So that time if the call comes, but please attend all those calls, explain them, listen to them. That also gives you the strength and happiness. If you give one person a smile, you can see you are getting lots and lots of smiles altogether.
Correct.
Yeah, universe will definitely. Yeah,
I would be very happy to share this, Debasmita. You know, whenever I am there on the signal, people might call me crazy, but I ensure that I get my window pane down, and then I just talk to the person, or I'll give a smile at the person who is next to me. I mean, obviously I'll look at who the person is, otherwise he'll come and slap me. But then I ensure that whenever I'm on the signal, I'll connect with so many people standing there. I'll either show a thumbs up, I'll either, for a girl, I'll say, "Oh, you look good." So that, I mean, and the look that they give me, huh? I mean, this is out of nothing. So they get so surprised. And maybe sometimes I have touched their lives upon, and they are coming through a very bad day and it made their day. I don't know. I never got back their reactions, but then I feel that I have done that. And this habit of mine, I have uh, picked up from a wonderful book called Who Will Cry When You Die by Robin Sharma. And
Okay.
he says that we pay taxes for everything, but we do not pay tax for the oxygen that we take. So how do we pay the tax for the oxygen is by making somebody smile. And that somebody need not be a person whom you know. Let that be an absolute stranger. So when you get that smile back, you have paid the tax for the day. So I feel I should do that every day, and I do that.
Yes, exactly. And yes, last Monday or this Monday, we have Vita. Okay, she was talking about, she is a gratitude coach. She was talking about the same thing, that is this, how it is important to say thank you to each one of us, right? And with a smile, when we just say, can you just understand the magic? Smile and thank you, whoever the person may be. Even if you can see, a child, okay, of 4 to 5 years, he or she doesn't know, always speaks like thank you to each one of them. They are just telling, right? And with a bigger smile. And they don't know with whom they're talking, with the strangers, old, young, men, women, but still they're smiling. If the thing is, no, our when we are growing up, we forget our childhood. But if we are bringing that childhood within us, that yes, we thank and we smile, that's will be a wonderful, because we all are busy in such a way that we don't have time to even for ourselves to say thank you. Which is very important.
Absolutely.
Self, yeah, self talk, self thank you. The time you will thank yourself without blaming yourself, hurting yourself also. Feel that, because when somebody bangs the phone, say sorry to yourself, say sorry to your, or
Correct.
just smile, give
Correct.
yourself a smile, because this happens, and say this happens, see the miracle within you. Because everything, whatever happens, is for there is a cause, and that causes you. That is the effect is your smile. the yeah, that, and I'm really interesting because we have a discussion now today. Pratishta, I'm sitting with you. We have that energy coming while we are just talking. This is something which Gauri has made a magic within us, right? And
Correct.
whenever we are meeting, we don't know each other, but we will still smile. We carry that smile in our group. And that
Correct.
is the best part,
Correct.
right? Exactly. So, next question to you: what strategies do you use to keep participants engaged and motivated during the highly training sessions?
Okay. Now, what happens is whenever there is a training program that is announced, participants are not that very happy because with the age, we forget that we need to learn. It is very easy to learn when we are young, but the moment you cross your double digit thing or you cross your teens, you feel I don't have to learn anything now. And when you are employed, when you are working for a particular firm, and if the firm is really doing well, then the participants really they have their air. So it's very difficult to move in. And I have also experienced places wherein they feel, oh, this female, what will she teach us? I mean, really, can she? So they have that faces and they have that attitude which they carry with them, which is very difficult when it comes to you as a female trainer. So when it comes to such a batch, I ensure that I do not lose my calm, first thing. And second thing is, I give them a lot of surprises. Because until and unless you are able to guess out what is happening next, you'll be interested. The moment you know the end, you'll not be interested. See, Debasmita, one of my life, or one part of me, is also related to film industry. So what movie do you enjoy the most? The movie that has an ending which you cannot expect. So till the end, that wow factor should be there with you. And that is where you say, oh wow, it was a nice movie, because you couldn't guess the end. Similarly, when you are in a training session, when you are handling the people who are not very, who don't seem very interested, I give them a lot of surprises. Maybe I say, there's a cat in the room, find the cat. So they get alert. That is what gets their focus back. Or maybe I'll say, a person with a white shirt has ink on their shirt. So they'll immediately start seeing, oh, where is it? Because white shirt and ink is something that is painful. So they start searching for that. And the moment they get that, I know what I have to do. I select my games or my activities in a way that interest all the ages, along with that, both the genders. So if it is gender specific, it is very difficult. One of the training sessions I remember was on a Women's Day, and I was given a task of giving them an activity which they have never ever done. So I went there. I had been given some material, and it was a very surprise training for me also. So it came overnight, and the trainer was not well, and it came up very as a surprise to me. So I thought, what do I do now? Overnight, I cannot arrange for a material. I cannot do anything. So I said, okay, fine. Whatever material you have, give it to me. I'll ensure that I make the best of it. So they had some card sheets, and they gave me some color pens. So I said, what to do? Now, Women's Day, women, they love their identity the most. So what do I do? So I asked them to make a nameplate of their own. I asked them first a very wonderful question, and a very wonderful reaction that came across was, I asked them, how many of you people working here do own a house? So there were few of them, say 5, 6 of them. They said, yes, I own a house. Then I asked, how many of you do have your nameplates on your houses? Be it your house, be it your in-laws' house, be it your husband's house, be it whatever. How many of you have your nameplate there? And can you imagine what was the answer? No
No.
one.
Yeah, exactly.
No one had their nameplates. Now, that was where I picked that emotion and I gave them an activity to create a nameplate of their own using the material that I had. And I tell you, the energy was overwhelming. It went on and on. They came, they started hugging us. They told that this is such a small thing. They work for a big brand. And they said, we never thought that investing 1,000 rupees will give us a nameplate which we can get it done on the door. And what were we thinking for so long? It is so difficult to think for ourselves. So I generally do such things, which again, the needle points towards empathy.
It's interesting because people doesn't know what they want, what their existence is all about. Always they're questioning themselves, why I am on this earth, what I am doing, instead of just find out your purpose. What is your purpose? What you want to give to the world? First take it and then first receive and then give, because people doesn't want to acknowledge themselves. So yeah, so that is what I am. Now the conversation was in the nameplates. Okay, but what exactly? Because you also owe that similar house. In my brother's father house, yeah, you can see my niece's name is also there. Because,
Oh,
yes, yeah, so three of the names are there. Because why? To make her also feel that this is my house. If the women doesn't have their name, it doesn't belong to their property. their house only. They feel like, from where? Love is taking me from there, and then I don't have my own identity.
True.
Until and unless women are creating their own identity, it is very difficult for everybody to stay, or you can say retain for a long, right? A pain comes.
Correct. Correct.
Yes. So it's a very nice activity because it has given a great, means you can so single strongness, right? Whenever we are also meeting, you have lots and lots of activities. We will be surely going to do some other activities with you.
Yes, yes,
So yeah.
yes.
So now next question is, because we are going like question wise, let's take any of your example, like the way you have told any such incident, if you just recollect it, if you can just listen any of the incident, because I know how much you have that energy to share. So over to you.
Okay, this was long back. I mean, in my very primary days of training. So this was with uh, a group of hospitals, and I was training their staff. Now, you know, the staff who works for such a brand or such an industry, it is a very stressful job. And in that stressful job, people forget to respect each other. That is very common in all the places today. But then in a place like a hospital, we do not respect each other because we are under a great monotony. We are continuously working for some pain, right? So this was a girl who I came across, and she was not ready to speak. She was very adamant, a bit stubborn. She was not ready to speak. But somehow I thought, this is not she. That is just a mask which she is trying to. So many a times there is this thing called compensatory gesture. So maybe you say that, oh, I have a very happy life. So what are you doing? When I do this, obviously this is something that symbolizes my marriage. So when I say, automatically the other person gets a sign that she is wanting to remove this but cannot remove this. So these are few gestures that we give unknowingly. So similarly, she gave me few gestures which told masking this adamancy, whereas she is not adamant at all. And after some time, when I got a window, I went to her, I asked her, hello, is there something that you would like to share? She said no. That was one answer that she gave me, no. I said, okay, can you tell me, how do I look in this sari? She's like, good. So every question asked by me got a monosyllabic response. That made me more inquisitive as to what exactly is happening with her and why is she so quiet or so shielding herself. So I posed few of more questions, and then she said, see, I cannot talk. I said, you can. She said, no, I stammer. I said, you haven't stammered even once. She's like, no, I stammer. People laugh at me. People don't understand what I speak. And she spoke with the same pitch and without stammering at all of these statements which I spoke now. And she started, she had all her tears on her cheeks. I said, what is wrong with you? She said, please leave my hand. I said, I won't. She said, you cannot hold my hand for whole of my life. So please leave that. I said, nobody can hold your hand for whole of your life, nor the one who gave you life even. So that was where she understood that she is missing out on some person who can be hers. And she said, no, I stammer a lot, but I don't know. Because you were holding my hand, I did not stammer. It was the first time ever I heard myself not stammering. And after that, she called me twice, thrice. Uh, she switched her jobs, and she's still in connect with me. And she says that that was the day when you did hold my hand for those 2 minutes, which has changed my life forever. And I feel so thankful to my own self that I took that extra mile. I went up to her, I did talk to her, because had she caught upon the same thought of stammering and I stammer and that same very label, she wouldn't have succeeded in her life. Maybe somebody else, if I wouldn't have done, somebody else would have. But that was the moment of change in her life that was written. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of that success story.
Yes, it's really, I'm getting a goosebumps now. Seriously, this happens because people doesn't know how to, that is the reason, no? People are feeling like low esteem, that I don't know, I don't have, I can't do. But instead, if they change their words into good direction, yes, I can do it, I have the potential, okay, it's okay. The time they will adapt the words, it's okay, then the entire body language will change. So, yes, for this, the way you did is seriously hats off, because similarly, many people can miss the, many people really wants you. So, what is your mission of means, are you working for only for the women or for the men as well?
I do work for men as well. And
Yeah.
there have been many stories that I have with me, wherein I cannot say that I have brought in a very big change in the society, but yes, I'm satisfied after any training that I go into. So any training that comes across, I take it up as a big chapter which I
Okay.
have to complete. So it's a chapter that I have to complete. And when I step into that room, I do not step in as a trainer. I step in as a person who's gotten some job to do there. Now, my job has no boundaries there because those people who are coming, they do not know who I am. And I don't want them to know because I'm not there to tell who I am, but to tell them who they are. Now, there is this word called re. There is this sound, the syllable, the acronym or whatever you call it, re. Now, re plays a very big role. Whenever I tell them, when you reply, please try to replay. When you reply, try to rewind. Rewind what? Rewind your life. Have you been through this? Is there something that did hurt you when you did something to somebody or somebody did something to you? Rewind. If all okay, move ahead. Reply. And if nothing happens, please respond, not react. So this is what I also take care of because I remember when I just stepped into this training career, there was a friend of mine who said, see, always remember one thing. No matter what product you're selling, your showroom should always be the best. Nobody will look into your storehouse, but people would be really interested in looking at your showroom. So when you talk to somebody, you are showcasing yourself, and that is your showroom. No matter I'm learned, no matter I've read the whole Gita, no matter I've read every holy book on this globe, no matter I'm very passionate, I'm compassionate, I'm empathetic, I'm all those adjectives that I can see on this globe. But what is the use if I'm not able to showcase that? If my showroom is empty, my things will never be sold. Nobody will value my things because my showroom isn't attractive. And what is the showroom? First showroom is your smile. And the second showroom is your pitch, your intonation, the way you respond, the way you reply. So don't react, respond.
Truly amazing. Yeah. But the best part is when we are, huh, we react very fast. Right now also, if you can see, there are already two calls come. Okay, when you are just talking and all are spam calls, we start reacting. Or yeah, or sometimes when the people is going for an interview or something, he starts reacting instead of respond it properly. But if you are calm by yourself, that is what. And just replay. If this incident already happened, because your re is very strong. The way you have, if the person who are just rewind it, please, because this to the re word, okay, because the way you have phrased that re is really means interesting to rewrite this, because you can rewrite your fate by just rewinding that part. This is very important word. The very importantly you have mentioned about this re. Because I also learned something that is learn to unlearn. That is what I
Yes.
got it. Because this while we are working on re means we are rewinding, we are rewriting, we can, if everything can be possible if we are learn to unlearn. Because whatever we have learned, if we just leave that learning and again we start with a fresh, with a new cup. If we become a new cup, pour tea on us or pour coffee on us, whatever the beverage on us, then you can see the empty cup is getting a new formula, new best version of you.
Correct.
Yeah, so I really excites me to discuss more about it. But another question, and then we will be thinking of moving ahead with some other aspects also, because it is very coming very interesting. So yeah, next question to you is, how do you measure the effectiveness of your soft skills training program, and how people will interact with you for the soft skills training? Just mention this also, and the rest about her connection and everything will be there in the description box. Our LinkedIn profile I will be sharing with the audience, whoever is watching. And if they want to learn about soft skills training and everything, they can connect with you through
Correct.
LinkedIn.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Over to you.
people can connect. People can connect to me with through using LinkedIn. They can connect with me using my telephone number, which already would be displayed there. And connect means what? To connect means what? The sun doesn't need a connect. The moon doesn't need a connect. A star doesn't need a connect. So it is we who take a step ahead, be it me, be it somebody else. And when it comes to trainings, and obviously there is this question that why should I hire this person? When you uh, go for any course, you are very interested in the certificate, right? So what is that certificate that you can give? Or what is the certificate that you receive when you say, yes, I had a successful training program? So once when I went in for a training program with IT individuals, now IT and I come from arts background, it is way apart, and uh, they would not treat you as a person who knows things, because somewhere or the other, and those were the days when I was not very comfortable with my laptop also. I was not that matured, but I was taking up trainings, and somewhere I missed out on one command, or I was taking a longer turn, and they felt, oh, this female doesn't know anything, because they were well versed of their stream. They come from IT background, they know what are the shortkeys and how to fill Excel. Even today, I'm not very good in filling up an Excel sheet. So that is say in a bucket list. I need to learn about Excel sheet. So once one of the batch, they asked me a question that it is okay, whatever you taught us, how do we retain it? Do you have something, or do you have a key that can open up this lock, and whenever we want, we can revisit this training? I said, see, I don't have a key, but I can tell you one thing. How do you come to the office? So he said, by car. I said, the first thing that you do when you start off with your journey is what? He says, I play a song. I said, okay. So can you see what are the keys there? So he said, play, pause, forward, backward, change. So I said, yes, these are all the keys that are also relevant to the training program that happened just now. So whatever, now that was a behavioral training. So something that happened with us is like a song that is being played. Something that we like, you can rewind, go back to your memory lane, revisit, enjoy the melody. Something that you do not like, press the forward button, let it go ahead. Enjoy the next melody that is coming across. and change is the mode. If you feel that this is not working for me, you have to change. The world will not change. And they felt very good and they were like, yes, ये सही बात है मैम, इससे हम याद रख सकते हैं, अब जब भी हम प्ले करेंगे हमें आपकी याद आएगी. And that was the biggest certificate that I received.
Exactly. The words are the magic. See, English words are, even if you are just using the words to learn also, it will be helpful, right? Because it is seriously, it's a fun if you are playing with these languages. So seriously, lots and lots of things to learn as well. And we are planning for other ventures together. There's something clicked in my mind. We'll discuss this offline. And definitely we will be coming in the next conversation with other group members as well, because this is solo we are doing right now. But with the later time, we will be coming with a group of a few more people, because that the interaction becomes more interesting. Yeah, you can get to know more people as well. So hoping for this, because I'm planning for a big show. Let me organize, because everybody's time are precious, valuable. Everybody I have to bring on the same track, calling them on the same time. It's a task for me as well. But we'll definitely do that. That will give us a better understanding of what people are thinking, what we are thinking as a women. We can support maximum women also, and the men who are in a situation that they feel that I am lost in this journey. Who feels like this can get some motivation from the discussion and get some insight, because today the words, the keywords you use with the English language is so much powerful that when they will listen to each one of the words, they will seriously say thank you, Pratishta. Yeah, the name itself is established.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, there's so much insights, and looking forward to meet you and looking forward to work with you in a different way. It has something coming up. Will And another thing, as you have mentioned about Uma, so she is coming. I will be hoping her to bring her in the next week. Let me see how, if I can also adjust you in that talk show. We'll get more insights, because to at least give far more better insights to the people who are watching, and they will be getting more insights. As much as they can see you and other people, definitely they can get more insights. So looking forward to meet you again. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this encouragement. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for sharing that smile with me and getting that smile on my face also.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, because yes, and definitely we will ask our grateful coach also to come accompany us in the next half, because grateful coach, we are missing the way the gratitude is going on. The gratitude coach has to be there. So I'll check with her next week if we can all, Uma, you and Vedita, again, if I can just make a good panel here, because it will helpful for the other people who are watching, can get some great insight, because that conversation can be such that the people should not feel hopeless. They should get if they are, because this is some programs which is rewiring your mindset, because some people are just losing hopes. Nowadays also people are just having what to do, why not to do. That is the reason these things are coming up. So we're definitely looking forward to serve you better with this talk shows, and definitely will give you a greater insight. So yes, next week I'll connect with you for
Sure.
Yeah. So let's see. So thank you so much. Yeah, bye. Take care, and seriously, thank you for giving your valuable time.
My pleasure, Debasmita. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.